Anyway, let's get into some corruption within. This is a point-and-click adventure game. Let's go ahead and switch on over here. In the same vein as Shadowgate or Shadowgate Returns that I played a while back. Or Cease to Breathe, which I played for last year's Spooky Month. So I figured let's bring back another point-and-click adventure game. So this is same kind of game. So this is a mouse control game. I got the game here on this screen. So it's actually right over my overlay. Anyway, let's get into it. I have played this before, but very, very, very little bit. So let's go to new game. Oh, right, the autosave, yeah.
It had been a wonderful week. Camping, hiking,
there's
and exploring the countryside with my wife and 2 children. We hadn't been able to afford a holiday while the kids were growing up, but finally, between my salary and Steph selling some of her paintings, we'd scrabbled together the funds.
I had no idea it had voice acting, or at least I forgot.
With 2 nights to go, we'd planned to spend the afternoon exploring a section of the forest by the lake we hadn't seen yet. At dusk, I was collecting things together while Steph and the kids answered the call of nature.
Don't say it like that.
They didn't come back.
They peed themselves to death.
I spent hours searching, calling, to no avail. Frantically, I headed towards the only sign of civilization I'd seen. A grand mansion with a mountain behind it and a lake at the front. I'd heard of this new invention called a telephone.
Oh, okay.
Whoever owned the mansion was surely rich enough to own one. Or at least have some horses. I scrambled over old tree roots to get to the mansion. Rumors and superstitions were rife about this part of the country. But I put those down to silly old wives' tales designed to scare children. I reluctantly began to wonder if there was some truth to them.
No.
Tales of ghosts and fell beasts didn't bother me. I didn't believe in such things. The stories of Edgar Allan Poe were entertaining, but nothing more. It was the evil people were capable of that worried me. I reached the mansion and hoped to find help there. At the very least, someone should be able to aid me in some way. If they couldn't, there was no hope of aid from any other source, unless I found my way back to civilization and the police conducted a full search of the countryside. But it would be too late. This mansion was my only hope.
At least the protagonist really sets up the motivation pretty easily and clearly. Oh, we're in it. All right. No more voice acting. This is an impressive building indeed. It must be a rich family that lives here. Even though it's late, there seems to be some lights on, so I guess at least someone is still awake. Anything else to look at? Nope. Just the door. After a brief moment, a man opened the door. Hello. So what is your business at this ungodly hour, sir? Please, my good man, let me in. My family have gone missing and I need help. Shouldn't be. My family has. Do you have an invitation from a member of the family? What? No, I don't. My family has gone missing, and if you do not have a formal invitation, then I cannot allow you to enter the house. There are no exceptions. I bid you goodbye, sir. Now what am I going to do? A shrill scream is heard in the distance. Was that Steph? I better go check it out. The screams must have come from the southwest. Not knowing where I was heading, but following the sounds of the screams, I ended up somewhere in the forest. Well, fuck. Then I beheld a sight that made my blood run cold. There was a man hanged from a tree. As I stared at the grisly scene, a young woman approached me. Hello. Sir, I was sent to find you and give you this invitation. She hands me an invitation card. She is clearly shaken by the sight of the dead man. Give it to the butler and he will let you in. The young lady stares in horror at the hanged man. Do you know who this is? Yes, sir. His name was Paul. He was a footman. I liked him. He was always kind to me. And he was quite a dizzy. Why is that capitalized, despite not having much education? Lady Charlotte heard you at the mansion door talking to Giles, and he told me to come via the servant's door to the forest and find you. She has seen a woman and 2 children who appeared to be lost. But then I saw Paul here, and I must report this to the authorities. My family. Someone has seen my family. She's still staring at the body, unable to tear her eyes away. Shouldn't we cut him down or even bury him? We can't yet. The police will need to see the crime scene without any interference. What's he hanging from? All the trees are in the background. I suppose so. I need to rush back. I know it seems cold given the circumstances, but I do not wish to receive punishment for failing in my duties. The punishments can be severe. You still have work at this time? It must be past midnight by now. The family I work for have unusual habits. Lady Dennison suffers with lunacy. Okay. She becomes highly agitated during the full moon and often creates havoc, so the family have got into the habit of staying up late to deal with her. I see. What about the invitation? That's a house rule. Nobody enters without an invitation. Even if accompanied by a servant or family member other than Lord Dennison himself, he is a law unto himself. Doesn't sound good. I'm sorry, but I really must get back now. Paul, rest in peace. I will come make sure you get a proper burial. The young woman, weeping uncontrollably, runs back towards the mansion. I'm left with only a corpse swinging gently on the rope for company. Some really dense foliage here. I could probably get through if I had a reason to, but I can't see one right now. Seems like an ordinary sort of rope expertly knotted. If this was a murder, this man was not the perpetrator's first victim. Looks like he's been hanging here for a long time. The blush taint of his skin could not be the result of the cold air alone. It's unnatural, like he had some kind of strange disease or ingested some kind of poison. Okay. A few things to bear in mind. Okay, this is fourth wall break. This game saves your progress automatically. Text display speed can be changed in the options screen from regular default to instant. To return to the main menu, press escape. To open or close your inventory, press the space bar or click the middle mouse button. Left click an item from your inventory to hold it in your hand. You can then use it on objects in the world by left clicking. To return to your inventory, click the right mouse button or open your inventory again. Some objects may require closer inspection, so don't be shy to interact with them a few times. To move around the house, to run around the world, click on the direction arrows that are shown on the bottom right. Alternatively, you can use the WASD keys. Hotspot indicator can be turned on in the options screen. To replay this tutorial, press H at any time. That's it. Keep on adventuring. An invitation. Okay, mountains. Okay, hang on, I'm gonna grab a tissue. My nose is messed up. One sec. Okay. The happy days we spent hiking in those mountains already seem so long ago. Shed. A large shed in the middle of a forest. Odd location. Odd choice of location. It's bigger than I expected. Maybe a converted barn? Feels old but structurally sound. Sturdy looking shed door. Door won't budge more than a couple inches. There's an adjustable spanner on the floor, which I could just barely reach. I'll take it. Trusty spanner. Can't use a spanner with that. I'm not sure what that wheelbarrow had been used for, but it's dark red stained inside. Oh no, it must be blood! I fear gardening was not its only use. If I have a use for the wheelbarrow, I can come and get it, but I'm not lugging it around with me. Adjustable spanner is versatile, but not that versatile. Purple plant. This purple plant is everywhere. I wish my employment had left me time enough to study such things. But as it is, I have no idea what this plant is. Decision time. Despite the situation, I was fascinated by this plant and think about taking a sample for when you manage to find your family and return home. Take a plant to give it the Royal Botanical Gardens to be studied. Decision has been recorded. It wasn't long ago that my children were happily clamoring among rock formations just like this. I can't abide the thought of them being in danger. I think I scolded them for being careless with their footing, as if they were the worst thing that could happen to them. The tree stands out impressively, even in the sometimes dense woodlands. I'm guessing it may even have been around long enough to have started life when George III was on the throne. This is a really old time period, isn't it? Dense foliage is all around, creating a safe and advantageous environment for the many squirrels and other small denizens living here. It looks so dark and distant from this angle. The lake? I can only see a very deep part of the lake from here. Can't make out any details. Okay. Nope. I run straight back to the mansion, not stopping to explore the forest. Yeah, I did explore the forest, fool. I will wait for later. Man, open the door. I have an invitation. Although Lady Charlotte has done most extraordinary things at times, I am not going to simply take your word for it. Here's my proof. Oh, just click on it. I see this appears to be in order. I am not aware that Lady Charlotte has left the house tonight, so I suppose she sent a servant to do her bidding. Do come in, sir. I shall take you through the lounge and fetch her ladyship. Fuck. My throat's all fucked up this morning. This is not a good game to play. Fuck, that's why I had a, just now. Cough drop. Oh, God. Please wait here. Sounds of whispers come from behind the door. You may leave us now, Giles. Very good, my lady. Lady Charlotte studies me keenly before speaking. Oh my god. That Morticia Adams vibe there. I see you got my invitation. Jolly good. Thank you for your kindness and hospitality, madam. Of course, of course. Do you happen to know something of my family's whereabouts? My wife and 2 young children, 1 boy and 1 girl? Oh, did I see them? I think maybe I did. You mean you don't know whether you saw them? Oh yes, now that I think of it, I did. They're slaves here, or something probably. So where are they? Patience, my good man. Patience? I'm desperate to find them. I'm a little woozy. I need to go and lie down. You may search the mansion if you'd like. I have nothing to hide, or perhaps I do have something to hide, but I want you to find it. A small delirious laugh. I don't remember when and where I saw them. I have not been feeling myself lately. That's not good. A loud bang followed by a low groaning is heard from the east. Did you hear that? Your imagination is getting the better of you. This old house is full of strange sounds. That was no random creak created by the wind of an old house. That was someone in pain. Oh, dear heart, are you a writer? You have the most vivid imaginings. As for me, I need a rest. I shall see you later, no doubt. I'm sure I heard something, and I'm sure people around here know more than they're letting on. Time to investigate. I must keep a tight hold of my emotions and remain as objective as I can. My family's future depends on it. Chair looks comfy. No time to sit and dawdle. That was not the time to sit down. Fireplace. Nothing quite like a log fire. Gramophone. One of these newfangled gramophone players. We can't afford one ourselves, but this family has the latest technological wonders. Ooh. Music. An oil painting of the lake outside this mansion. I think. Probably by a local artist rather than a famous one. The lake at night time is rather ominous, as I found out in the last few hours, although in my panic I barely noticed at the time. Nothing useful about the painting. Gaslit chandelier. This isn't quite like other point-and-click adventures where I have options to do things. This is more like, just click on everything. Well, I mean, that's all of them, but I don't have an option to look, to speak, and all this other stuff. I just can click on stuff. And after examining it, then I can interact with it. Gaslit chandelier. This family must be extremely affluent. I have seen chandeliers in some of the grand houses I've worked in, but I have never have I seen gas lighting in a house before. It's a beauty. Drink cabinet is well stocked with wines and spirits of various vintages. It's securely locked. Seems that the lock is new with some evidence of damage, repair. Perhaps there's a thief in the house. What a wonderful sofa. I wish we could afford something like this for our house. Or indeed have enough room for it maybe one day. Looks posh, but I am not keen on the color. Not in an indoor setting anyway. Greens are the wallpaper of nature, not of man. Very old times. Wow. I wonder if they did like research on these kinds of things to get that kind of insight about the time period. Or maybe that's just randomly. He put that there as a character trait. I found a coin down the back of the sofa. What a stroke of good fortune, says Lady Charlotte. Well, so it has, I think I'll keep this. As I suspect it will be more useful than she was. A coin. A simple 3 penny. I have always found taxidermy animals rather upsetting, as if we are making a celebration of death rather than life. Welsh dresser, plates, bowls, and other crockery is stored here. Dining table and accompanying chairs are surprisingly austere, considering how grand the mansion is. Clearly they have a rather pragmatic attitude towards food. Painting. The family are certainly fond of this area, not only living here but filling their home with paintings of the locality. Perhaps an indication that they have made this small part of England their entire world. This cabinet must hold all the cutlery. Indeed. A landscape oil painting adorns the wall. From the local area, I would say, judging by the very identifiable plant. The purple plant. End of hall. There's a wall at the end of the corridor. It doesn't go anywhere. I wonder where these stairs lead to. There's a voice coming from, "Sir, please don't come down just yet. We are busy cleaning the kitchen. We should be finished around 1 o'clock. Still cleaning after midnight? Is that normal for this place? Sir, some houses have set meal times. Our employers are not like them. Sometimes wanting their evening meal at 4 in the afternoon, or other times at 11 at night. There's a door at the top of the stairs. No one answers my knocking. However, I hear footsteps on the other side. Someone's breathing. Shit. Look at that mouth. I just can't like I just can't like the color green, but this armchair seems oddly out of place. Also seems like the rest of the foyer is set quite symmetrically. It may not be of any particular significance, but it is highly noticeable to someone in my line of work. What is your line of work? The entryway lamplight spills into the foyer floor. Format has been well chosen to have sympathetic colors to the wooden floorboards. Sympathetic. A grandfather clock always adds an air of elegance to the foyer. Personally, I prefer the casing to be stained or varnished rather than painted, but I can't deny that this clock looks rather distinguished. I keep trying to convince Steph that it's worth us trying to save up for a grandfather clock once I fully qualify as an architect. Oh, he's an architect. Okay. A rather strange painting of a man, which I believe in this newfangled style is called Impressionism. Impressionism. A portrayal of a bat, one of the nature's most mysterious mammals. A rather bizarre choice of a painting to place in a foyer on account of their unsavory reputation. They're just cute little guys. The gas lamp is unlit. With that huge chandelier, you wouldn't think another light was unnecessary. I've never seen such a grand chandelier before. It must be the equal of those that light the fine palaces in Europe. So, you're the butler. Do you have a telephone, any horses, anything about hanging a man's woods? Alas, no, we have no real means of communication with the outside world. The family likes being in seclusion because they like to do crazy murderous things. We did have horses, but not for some years now. What's your name? Indeed I am, sir. I have been for many years now. I go by the name Giles. I didn't know butlers were allowed to drink while on duty, but I can smell whiskey on his breath. This one must be. How long have you worked here? A little more than 20 years, sir. I started out as a stable boy. Would you believe, back when the family still had horses? Of course, I was a mere wee lad back then. More than 20 years. What's 20 years? Hey Siri, how long is 20 years?
The answer is 4.
That's probably not correct. Unless 20 does mean to the second power. This dude ain't more than... It was a week... Whatever, fuck it. It doesn't matter. Chat, anybody in chat know what that means? How long that is? A mere wee lad, are you Scottish? Haha, you caught the twang, did you? The answer is yes, but barely. I was a wee bairn when I came to England, and I rarely see my Scottish kin. Every now and then, the old language slips out, though. I'm not even going to try to speak like I'm Scottish. Do you know anything about the hanging man in the woods nearby? Gracious me, no sir, I don't. Shame to have yet another death in the air. Yet another? What do you mean, yet another? Seems that this is the most unfortunate place, sir. Many deaths over the last few years. Or maybe suspected deaths is a better expression. Possibly just disappearances. I mean, who really knows? What do you know about the deaths? I know nothing at all, and that's what I'll tell anyone. He clearly knows something, but he'll never tell me. Have you seen a woman and 2 small children enter the house? I have not. Someone else could have let them in, I suppose, but I find it extremely unlikely. With the few staff we have available, it's not like anyone is looking for extra work. I shall return later. Look at his... Oh my god, his face has turned to a giant mouth. You don't click on things. I should scour for clues. I should not. I heard someone come in. I thought it might be Charlotte. Who is this? I'm afraid not. I'm a visitor looking for my wife and children who have gone missing. I'm so sorry. I have lost children myself. I had hoped Charlotte had come to play the piano so I could accompany her on the harp. It calms me somewhat. Lady, I am sorry for your loss. It was years ago. I am Isabel. By the way, pleased to meet you. I am Samuel, my lady, Samuel Taylor. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. Charlotte, is she here? I hoped to play on the harp while she played piano. It cleanses my soul. She plays very well. Well, I've got work today, and I've got to go to lunch at 12, so we have to get started early, Catsy. Sorry. Speaking of, I'm probably not going to finish this game before then. Charlotte, is she here? I hope to play on the harp while she played piano. It cleanses my soul. She plays very well. But she's not here. I will go. I think she's so caught up in her own grief that, in fact, my own family didn't even register with her. Bit of an odd fish, really, but I suppose it's understandable. Yeah, I try to maintain my streaming schedule on the specific days, you know, Sunday, Wednesday, Friday, but so that's why I stream at weird times. Of course, if I didn't have to do that, I would stream at a very specific time every day, but I've got to, unfortunately, adhere to my work schedule. As do you, I'm sure. Don't worry, you barely missed anything. We are Samuel Taylor, and my family has gone missing in the mountains while on vacation. So we go to the mansion. This mansion that's in the mountains. A seating area for family members to be entertained by those with the talent in music. I have rarely heard the instrument played, but I am told it creates very beautiful melodies when in the hands of a skilled harpist. I would no doubt only manage to make a horrible noise with it. This statue is huge, almost twice the height of a man. I would presume, given its location, that this statue is a famous composer, but not one I recognize. Excuse me. Maybe someone local or even a family member. This is that purple flower, Purple Rose of Cairo. According to the tiny plaque, this painting is called the Purple Rose of Cairo, artist unknown. It's a dreadful night. What a horrible night to have a curse. A grand piano sits at one side of the room. I can play simple melodies if I had the sheet music in front of me. I seem to have no head for remembering them as some people can. Okay, so I could probably play the piano for some reason. Or the harp. Billiards table. I'm actually quite good at billiards when I get a chance to play. Not surprising, I suppose. Considering an eye for angles and distances is important to my job as an architect. You know, that, I didn't think about that. That makes sense. This is no time to practice my botting and caroming skills. That's a word I've never heard. A selection of popular novels, including works by Dickens, Thackeray, Trollope, and the Bronte sisters, and others. I don't know almost any of those names. What does it say? They also have 2 recent books by one of my favorite authors, Jules Verne, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea and Around the Moon. Despite my love of literature, I have far more pressing concerns to attend to. There was a piece of dialogue there I missed. Bearhead. I never understood why people hunt animals and put their stuffed heads up on a wall for people to gawk at. What a sad end for such a majestic creature. An unlit oil lamp. I'm not going to carry a bulky oil lamp around for no reason, besides someone else might need it. Looks like this room is well lit. Well used if that fire is still going at this hour. Books dedicated to books of children. This one is quite new. The Princess and the Goblin by George MacDonald. Looks like the sort of book William would enjoy. Alice's Adventures in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll. One of the little Sophie's favorite books. Looking at these just makes me think about my missing children more. Oh, go cry about it. Oh, I can hear the clock strike 1. Are these naked people or statues? Oh, there's statues. Look at there's a statue with a butt on it. My knowledge of Greek mythology is limited, but I would say that these unclad ladies are nymphs. Oh, maniacs. Or, I'm sorry, I mean nymphs. The one in the far end is holding a cluster of grapes. Ron smells food to the touch. What a lovely way to relax this must be. This light highlights the charm of a particularly beautiful statue. Okay. Ooh, rope. A garden hose. There's a long, thin pipe coiled up here. It must have been used to top up the pool at some point. Seems to be surplus. I've taken the rubber hose. Hello, miss. Oh, it's that one lady. I don't remember her name. Hello to you too, sir. I am Francesca, the kitchen maid. Parlor maid, too, since we hardly have any maids left. I recognize your voice. You were in the forest. Yes. I was told to go and find you, sir. It wasn't my idea. I do what I'm told. Obedience is sometimes rewarded, but disobedience is always punished. What happened to the other maids? I was told they all went away for personal reasons, but I fear something terrible happened to them. People acting strange, terrible noises at night. I can't say nothing more, sir. That voice they clearly gave her. What do you think of the family you work for? They've always been eccentric but kind, sir, though in recent years there is more eccentricity and less kindness. How long have you worked here? 17 years? I was brought here when I was 10. I was an orphan with no one to care for me. A kid with dead foreign parents living on the streets of London until Lady Isabel was kind enough to bring me here. What can you tell me of the other staff? I like Molly and Gary. I steer clear of Giles when he's up pole. He can get a bit handsy if you know what I mean. He likes to touch my butt. Penelope, poor thing, completely lost her mind when the children died. Is there any truth to the tales of fell creatures roaming this part of the country? Not that I've ever seen, sir, though I have heard terrible noises. What kind of noises? Howling of anguish, it seems to be. Sometimes whether human or animal, I do not truly know, though my heart tells me they are human. That's terrible. Have you told anyone else of this? I've really learned to keep my mouth shut, sir. People told me I was a silly girl to say such things. You're the nicest looking person here so far. To be honest. Barrel. I'm not sure what's in the barrel. Perhaps some simply used for makeshift table. I'm simply not... Oh, wait. I did that already. Oh, shit. I fucked up. My slippers. Go back. Alright. 2.5 hours I've got till I gotta get out of here. Very much a staple part of our diet, potatoes. It makes me shudder to think of how terrible the Irish potato famine must have been. This is like, is this supposed to be a historical piece or some shit? Oven. Oven is equipped with a gas cooker. By the look of it, I wonder if normal folk will ever be able to afford these. I have no idea how anyone can reach these pots. Maybe they have a ladder or a hook on a long pole. Potatoes. A bottle of whiskey. A bottle of Port Ellen whiskey. It's just a bit left in it. Just can't take the bottle, even if it is nearly finished. Certainly not without asking the kitchen maid first. I have that bottle of whiskey. There's not much left in it. It's only leftovers, but it was still given to the servant in kindness. You ain't having it for nothing. Give you this coin as payment for that unfinished bottle of whiskey. 3 pence. Well, not to be sniffed at, considering my paltry wages. It's a deal. Take it. It's only now that I realize I left my wallet at the campsite. I shall speak with you later. Taking the bottle of whiskey. Apples. These look like Lady Henniker apples to me, so probably used for cooking rather than eating raw, although some do like the sharp taste. Pot of cold gravy, possibly waiting to be reheated, although I doubt the family would be very impressed by that idea. An ornament bowl containing grapes. Presumably it gets put out when the family wants it, but otherwise kept out of the way. Or maybe the servants get to eat grapes once they look less appetizing. I shall take the grapes. Can't take the grapes. Crockery. Servants to use. I don't think a broom. Handy implement for chasing away rodents. No rodents nearby to chase. What the hell is this lady? Who are you, child? Begging your pardon, lordship. I'm Molly. What work do you do here? I'm a scullery maid, your lordship. I clean the bedchambers too. How long have you been working here? Since I was a child, your lordship. I am not too certain of my age when I was brought here. I'm like 30,000. I don't know. Shit. I don't remember my parents very much, but Lord and Lady Dennison were kind enough to take me in and give me a job, food, and lodgings. What do you think of the family you work for? Please don't ask me such things, your lordships. I would have no home without the family's kindness. But no, please do not ask me this. My wife and children are missing. Have you perchance seen them? It saddens me to say I have not, your lordship. What do you know of the dead man hanging in the forest? A dead man in the forest? How horrible! I know nothing of this, your lordship. Please, if you know something important about my family in this mansion, you must tell me. I am sorry, I cannot tell you anything more. She seems to know something, but it is too scared to tell me. Whether it's being scared of or losing her job or something, I cannot tell. Do you have a telephone in the house? Any horses? Alas, no, your lordship. The family likes being in seclusion. We did have horses, but not for some years now. I'll take my leave of you, child. Various cleaning implements are being kept in here, I presume. The magnificence of the rest of the building clearly doesn't extend to the servants' areas. A quick check reveals these pots contain spices and biscuits. I would like some biscuits. These must be murder to get clean. Oh, don't say that word. I hear scullery maids are expected to rub sand into them while with their bare hands. Well, that sucks. Running water is essential to keep everything clean. Anything else? Doesn't look like it. Okay. No one answers. I think I need to go back outside. Do you know much about this mansion? It is a very old building, built on the ancient ruins of a Roman villa. Don't say that either. There's some haunting shit going on, isn't there? If you can find him, he's in the talkative mood. Lord Dennison knows much more than I, or indeed anyone else does. Can you tell me anything of the Dennison family? The Dennison family has a noble heritage dating back to Edward III's reign, and have lived in this area since Charles I was on the throne. The current Lord and Lady are very traditional in their views, other family members less so. Is there anything you can tell me about the other servants? What can I say? Gary is amiable but dim. Francesca is doing her best to be a cook. Molly is a sweet girl who deserves better than this place, and Penelope lost her mind when the children died. Don't ask me more about them. I would have thought a mansion of this size would have many staff, not just 5. You'd be right, and we had about 20 staff here once, but so many have died over the years and have not been replaced. Perhaps just start the conversation before attempting to show you this item. Well, I can't now. Oh. Rock. These rocks just jutting out of the water make me feel uneasy. I feel like they shouldn't be here. Even though it's not far from the shore, I don't think I should risk trying to jump on it. Firstly, I can't think of any benefit to doing it. And it's glistening with a sheen of water. One slip and a bump on my head, and that would be the end of me. At the top of the pillar are a set of runes. I'm not sure what the language they are. The runes are not simply carved into the stone. Each one is separately embossed. I can push them down, but nothing happens. Ooh. The water over there looks extremely deep. If it contains any secrets, I suspect they will have to remain secret. I just saw a twinkle. This wagon is a strange size. It looks a little small for a there it is. There's something in the water for a horse, but large for a human to pull. Right here, guys. Yeah, you see that? Though I'm sure if I had any reason I could move it easily enough, perhaps it was designed for smaller animals like ponies to pull. Every so often I think I see something shining, but it's probably just a reflection. I don't think so. I am certain I can see something down there. It has a yellowish tint. Could it be treasure? If only I could take a closer look. I won't be able to stay down there long enough to have a good look without some kind of breathing apparatus. Okay. Shallow waters. The lake looks a little shallower here, although still more than head height after the first few feet. Oh, can I use this? I could use the hose to breathe underwater for a couple of minutes, but I would need some way of keeping it... Just keep one end above the water. This is way too loud. This is a good way to keep one end of the hose above water, but it needs something to attach to the hose to the wheel. Okay. Gotta find something else. Alright. Every so often I can see a metallic glint when the moonlight shines on the fern. Reaching into the undergrowth I find a battered but perfectly serviceable flathead screwdriver. Sweet. Nothing else in the fern. What is this? Roof. Roof looks like it's seen better days. What is this? Door looks to be the sturdiest part of the building. Everything else looks like it may fall apart at any moment's notice. There's no point to trying to get in. This place has clearly been abandoned for several years, and I see no indication that anyone has been inside during that time. Looking at it, I can see what was once a comfortable abode, probably for a high-class servant like a gamekeeper. Now it is completely derelict, and has clearly been empty for some time. I'm not going to try and enter through the window. It would be safer on many levels. Well, you're just making assumptions, aren't you, buddy? What's this? Crumbling mortar. This roof has definitely seen better days and has seen fine fire damage. The ostler and stable boy would have entered this way. These were evidently where the horses were led out of. The stable doors seem to have been damaged and warped by fire. I can see the remains of horses inside. Whoa, fuck. There's a piece of steel wire sticking out of the crumbling mortar here. I can't quite get the steel wire out with my bare hands. I could scrape the mortar away with the screwdriver, but it would take me forever. I need something I can give it a good whack with. I have no desire to investigate the horrific scene. Despite the darkness, I can see enough to know nothing has been left inside aside from ashes. There are also some horse bones. It looks like one or more horses were trapped here in a fire. How tragic. Nothing here that could be useful to me. Bouquet. Another rock seemingly defying gravity at the surface of the water. The ground rises and falls sharply around it, leaving just enough room for the rock to sit on. Purple plant, blue plant. The tree sits impossibly on the banks of the lake, firmly anchored by its deep root system. Deep root. Moon! The moon appears from here bright, bold, and commanding. I can't grab the moon. Oh my god. If one could but reach for the moon, what may end up grasping? I feel like that could be a start of a poem. Once we get back home, we will get back home. Somewhere behind these mountains is our campsite, and where we had been exploring for mostly our holiday. The lake is dark and mysterious. From what I can see, this is admitted little. It seems to get extremely deep quickly around this point. Rock jutting out of the surface of the water makes me wonder if this was a man-made lake, but hastily completed with areas of ground higher than they should be. It is possible that the effect is deliberate. This rock appears to have been placed here. I can't be sure if this was an entirely aesthetic decision or if there is some other reason for it. Rock is heavy. I have no reason to push it around. At least it's easy to see what you can interact with. Impressively. Purple plant. Rocks. This door won't budge any further. That won't do me any good. Trusty spanner. As this person who did this captured Steph and the kids, why did that girl insist on me investigating this? What strange happenings were going on? Too many questions for which I have my regret finding the answers to. Too tight for me to untie. Can't use the spanner with that. Can't unscrew that. Really dense foliage. I can see whip marks. The poor blighter must have been punished for something, or even tortures. How terrible. His body is cold to the touch. I have no wish to inspect it in greater detail. Oh wait, noose? Noose is tied around the neck, poor soul. I can't do anything with the rope. Surely I need to leave him here for the police to inspect. Well. Need something to attach the wheel to the hose to the wheel. The spanner? Well, I don't know what that will be. This is one of those games where now I can go interact with something else and take it because I found other things. Oil lamp. Possibly. Turn that shit off. I will take my leave of you, child. This game autosaves, so... Landscape painting adorns the walls. Oh, these are... of the area around. Yeah, that's right. I forgot it said that. I'm sorry, sir, but I can't allow you to go upstairs while the family members are in bed. Lady Charlotte told me I could go anywhere in the house, sir. I'm afraid that that would be improprietous of me. I cannot allow it. I have some whiskey if you're interested. It's a snifter, but it's from a good distillery. Yes, I'll take it. I will go and enjoy this somewhere private. I won't ask where you got this from. Just what had happened to the horses? The stable appears to have fire damage. It was a tragedy, but out of respect for the family, I cannot go into details. Out of respect for Lady Dennison in particular, poor Jason, the groom, and Jack the stable boy lost their lives trying to save the horses. Sadly, no one survived. What did Lady Dennison do? She and Jason were having collie shangles again. What does that mean? Sex? They argued a lot about the state of the empire, and things got out of hand. A lamp got knocked over. The family hushed it all up, of course. Did Lady Dennison argue with many of the staff? Oh, she argues with everyone. She has a, to put it politely, a touch of lunacy about her. It's been getting worse after these last few years. She mostly stays in her bedroom now. Everyone's happier that way. And off the butler has gone upstairs to drink his whiskey. And I can go upstairs. The furniture blocks the way to the left. Why? The door's locked. Mountain at nighttime, a very moody, possible local mountain. Sir, I must tell you something. Or rather, I must show you something. Please meet me in the lounge as soon as you can. This is the famous explorer Stephen Dawn. He made his name investigating ruins in Egypt and Abyssinia. He later became obsessed with the fate of Atlantis. The artist signed his name as Kippensoep. Must be Dutch. Whoa. The painting is called A Woman from a New World. It appears to be ever so slightly askew. I wonder... What? Who's there? Someone was watching me. Whoever they were, they're gone now. Oh, fuck. That's no good. A Peddler of Scarves by Connor Mountain. The man in the painting is roguishly wearing his scarf across his shoulders. Someone was fucking watching me, y'all. Musical box with a picture of a mountain on the lid. Unfortunately, the music won't play since no handle to crank. Bed. Wall painting. The parrots are nicely ornamental and go along with the color scheme of this room. But that scheme makes the whole room feel colder. Can't make up my mind as to whether this teddy bear is adorable or terrifying. Empty goldfish bowl. Did it hold a fish in the past? I have no use for an empty fish bowl. What if you do though? Playthings. I wonder how long this plaything has been sitting here unused. William and then Sophie once had one similar to this. There's also a ball, which is covered in dust. Chest of drawers. A simple and convenient place to store clothes. The drawers are empty with the exception of a nail file. I've taken it. A simple nail file. I wonder if the damage not being repaired is due to this house being so far away from anyone, or due to negligence. The bed looks old, but doesn't show signs of having been used recently. Can't take the musical box. Who was watching me? Don't watch me. I don't want you to watch me. A topographical map of Great Britain and Ireland. This desk is very similar to the desk at the public school I went to. Functional and slightly soul-destroying. A little bit. There's a book of poetry on the small shelf under there. I have no use for it. Book about botany. Open to a page with flowers that look like the ones I've seen by the lake, but none of the varieties mentioned are purple. Even though it's interesting, I'm not about to steal a children's school book. A book about geometry and trigonometry. I've learned this stuff years ago when I started training to be an architect, so I don't need a book. The blackboard contains an eclectic mix of mathematical examples, including the quadratic equation. If these were for young children, they must have been prodigies, or their teacher was unrealistic. I have no reason to wipe the lesson board. Okay. Isabel is sitting sobbing on the stairwell. What's wrong? Charlotte has lost her sheet music of the tune we always play together. She was so angry, though not at me, I think. The music seems to make her happy, though she always seems always disappears afterwards. If I find it, I'll let you know. Is there anything else I can do for you? Poetry helps me calm down too, but the collection by Wordsworth that I love has been misplaced too. It wasn't in the games room when I looked. I'll see if I can find it. Wasn't it just in here? Book of poetry. I'll take it for her. Here, I think this is the poetry book you wanted. Oh, thank you. I will go to the music room to read it. It calms me. Goodbye for now. And now I can go upstairs. Gain access to the second floor. I got an achievement. It made it to the second floor. If my family is somewhere in this house, it must be here then. Hang on, let's go back to, yeah. What was it you wanted to show me? Not here. We need to go back to where Paul is hanging in the forest. I didn't know if I could trust you, but I've been observing your actions. You genuinely seem to be focused on finding your lost family. I didn't know if you were simply another of Lady Charlotte's gentlemen friends playing some sort of role play. Sexual role play. Or something, I don't know. I can assure you most definitely I am not. I only want to find my wife and children. Sir, my friend Paul is obviously the victim of some evil. He will not be the last unless someone puts a stop to it. Unfortunately, police have little interest in coming out here. We're many miles of tough terrain away from the nearest police station, and since the horses died, we have no real way of contacting the outside world. You seem like an honest and intelligent man. I beg you to help me find out what is happening and stop it. I promise you that I will do what I can, but my priority is to find my family. Sir, I believe they are in danger from the same evil. I don't know whom I can trust at the mansion other than Molly. As for the family, Lord Charles was questioned at length by police after his children died. The family has always claimed both deaths were tragic accidents. Maybe they were. Lady Denison is not of sound mind, and Lord Denison as well, an enigma. Giles is too fond of his whiskey, and who knows what he might do under the influence. And Gary is a good man at heart, but simple of head and maybe manipulated. Who knows what any of them are capable of. Until you came, I felt there was no hope. But if you felt something evil was going on, even if the police would do nothing, why did you not leave yourself? Surely you don't feel safe here. There ain't nowhere I could go, really. Being an uneducated orphan and all, we're practically prisoners here, miles from the nearest town, and would have to get there on foot. Francesca's manner of speech is becoming more like the street language she grew up with. Perhaps it's because of the emotional stress she's under, or due to her feeling more comfortable in my presence, now that she's decided I can be trusted. But that's not the only reason. I had a friend, one of the other kitchen maids we came to the mansion within a couple of weeks of each other. Maisie, her name was, instead of her. And we became fast friends almost straight away. But we started to grow suspicious. Maisie even more so than me. She decided to run away. Wanted me to come with her. She did. I can't. My stomach is dying. But I was too scared of going back on the streets as a beggar, so I stayed here. She did go, but she never wrote. She promised faithfully to write and never did. I'm convinced something happened to her. Ow. There could have been a number of reasons why she didn't write. Not Maisie. She always found a way. She did. Walking across the hills for hundreds of miles was no problem for her. She was as fit as a fiddle. Something was done to her, something horrible, and maybe not only her, but I ain't got no proof. And there were noises. Awful noises, like people in pain. Dull, muffled noises, sometimes in the house, sometimes over here. Francesca points out a path hidden behind some undergrowth and leads me to a rock face at the end of the path. I believe that someone from the mansion is part of the heinous plot. The servants are discouraged from coming out here, but since Maisie left, I have made sure to find out as much as I can without getting caught. This may be important to your efforts to save your family. I believe they may be caught up in the same despicable intrigue. I must get back, but I wish you success. I can just faintly detect a hollow in the rock face. Inside of the hollow is covered in moss. The moss moves away easily. I can see it. What's behind it? I feel the shape of a handle and a keyhole. The moss moves away. I can feel the shape of a handle and a keyhole. It's a door. Okay. Interessant. Your lordship, I've been trying to find you. You must be absolutely exhausted, and I expect you have walked many miles in your search. Please, let me get you something to eat and drink. I suddenly realize how tired and hungry I am. Perhaps a quick snack and drink would reinvigorate me. You are very kind. I would be grateful for whatever you could spare. Please come with me, your lordship. I'm afraid I hadn't much, but I heated it up for you, your lordship. Have some trout, potatoes, and carrots. Trout is delicious. Is it from the lake outside? Yes, your lordship. Lord Charles is a keen fisherman. He really hates it when Lady Charlotte takes a swim. He says it scares off the fish. I can imagine. Not as much as he hates it when she swims naked, of course. Yes, quite. He's quite a gooner at that point. Despite the conversation taking such a strange turn, I feel most refreshed and energized. I am ready to continue my search. I hate working through the nights during my full moon. Gary seems to enjoy it, though. I don't know that he ever sleeps. I think he'll be by the stables, probably pretending the horses are still alive. Excuse me. Oh, no. Okay. Indeed. So to the stables we go. Hello, my good man. Who are you? Hello, mister. My name is Gary. What do you do here? I'm the first footman, mister. How many footmen are there? Just one now, but I am still the first. What can you tell me about the other staff? Well, Giles is a buffoon and likes to drink too much. Molly is a nice enough girl, and Franny is a bit of a raspberry, if you know what I mean. No, I don't. But do not let her catch you looking at her Toralurals, or you'll be in for some mouth pie. What the fuck? How very improper. Does he have no manners? Is there anything you can tell me about the family who employ you? On account of my father, his lordship has kept me on. Very kind of him. Please do not ask me about the ladies, Edith and Charlotte. They think I am dirt beneath their expensive shoes. Is there anything else you can tell me about the mansion? Ah, yes, I can. Many secrets this mansion has, including one of great interest to me personally. Ugh, my eye. Meet me in the dining room later and I'll tell you about it. Do you know what happened to the horses? Yes, burnt alive they were, poor things. Edith started a fire. I thought she meant to. People stay away from the stables, so I go there a lot to be alone. Good sir, my family have gone missing. Have you by any chance seen them? I'm afraid I am not. Very sorry. Do you know about the man found hanging in the forest? Mr. All sorts of terrible things go on here. But I am always told to keep quiet. Do not listen to Gary. He is simple, they say. What sort of terrible things? People vanish, screaming, crying. People in much pain, but nobody ever listens to Gary. Who tells you to keep quiet? The rich folks, mainly. They think I am a wooden spoon who makes up stories. I better go now. Alright, well, I'll meet you in the dining room later as per your request. I gotta run to the restroom, folks. Y'all bear with me. I will be back in just a few minutes. Okay, and we're back. The music reminds you of Valentina's music. I have to listen to it to know what you're talking about. Yeah, I can see it. Alright, well. Let's get back into this. We gotta get as far as we can in the next hour and a half or so. So, let's see. Nail file, huh? Let's go up the stairs. Let's go to the second floor. Music changes now that we're on the second floor. Painting of American frontiersman AGG and his loyal chinchilla Fluffy. Bedroom door. Unlike most of the other doors in this house, this one is locked. Table with a drawer in it seems oddly placed out here in the corridor. How strange, I can't see any way of opening this drawer, even though some seems to be well used. I can feel switches of some kind underneath the drawer. This must be a locking mechanism. I'm not going to solve this guesswork. Solve this by guesswork or brute force. Hopefully there's a clue somewhere. I hope you don't mind me coming in like this. Oh, of course not, dear boy. I told you earlier that you could explore the mansion as well as my mansion, if you know what I mean. Though I have to admit I'm a little surprised to see you in my boudoir. My apologies. It's just that you said you knew something of my family. I do recall seeing a woman and a boy and a girl out in the forest earlier when I was looking out my window. Did you see where they went? Alas, no. They did seem to be coming towards the mansion, but after that, I don't know, I'm afraid. Then I am right to focus my search in and around the mansion. Thank you for your help. A modest double bed. Only one side looks used. A footlocker, a strange thing for a lady to have in her bedroom. This seems to be an army issue, an officer's travel chest, if I'm not mistaken. I shouldn't, not while Lady Charlotte is in the room. What a beautiful painting of a ballerina. Was this Lady Charlotte in her younger days, perhaps? It's an Degas, but it's a very eye-catching style. Interesting. Below the painting's a signature by someone has written what seems to be a series of tiny letters in pen. So small that I can't make them out with a naked eye. Can you tell me a bit about yourself? I moved into this mansion a few years after my husband died. I have exceptionally good eyesight. I love music and new experiences, that is all. I hear you play the piano. Oh yes, I love to play. Sadly, I lost the sheet music I play along with Isabel on the harp. More poor thing, she suffered terribly when her children died, but she finds peace in the music. It's all in the fingers, you know. It's all in the fingers. Fingers are amazing things, don't you think? The digits on your hand can cause such pleasure or such pain. Fingers little, middle, ring or four, and thumb together made music I adore. Alright, lady. Thick velvet curtains help you keep... I know how some fingers can make some pleasure. Just cut that out. Just forget that ever happened. Thick velvet curtains help keep out the cold during the night. Do they now? Not really, if you ask me. It's a drop-well dresser made of walnut by the look of it. Wonderful piece of furniture. Tub chair with a soft leather covering. Okay. Goodbye! A very moody painting of some caves. I'm a little claustrophobic, so I'm not very keen on caves. Help! I am in the presence of a stranger. I feel I am in terrible danger. I didn't mean to... What are you doing here? Who are you? Why are you here? Oh, are you a thief? Come to steal Lady Dennison's jewels? Yes, you'd like to get your hands on my jewels, wouldn't you, vagrant? Me? No, I'm just playing a video game, ma'am. What is the meaning of this intrusion? You have me in great panic and confusion! No, really, I'm only here to do whatever I say. She just continues to yell and control before I get a chance to make an exit. The man who I presume is be Lord Dennison enters the room. Just what in blazes is the meaning of this? Please, sir, I can explain. Later, lad. Lottie told me she had invited a guest, though I must say I didn't expect you to wander into our bedroom. I am sorry, sir. My plight is desperate as my wife and child have gone missing. I fear it has caused me to take liberties I would not normally dream of. I see. If I can help later, then I will. However, first I need to call my dear wife. Please leave us for now. Okay. The man's voice sounds similar to the voice coming from one of the locked rooms on the ground floor. He's messing with people in his house, I guess. His painting looks oddly oriental, a lifeless corpse walking about, lavishly dressed, strikingly macabre. Okay. Just what in blazes are you doing in our room? Well, what have you got to say for yourself, man? Sorry to intrude on you, sir. I mean no disrespect. I was invited to your home. The impertinence! Oh, I suppose you're another one of my aunt's friends. 2 doors down is the one you want. Oh, she wants to smash me. You must not understand me, sir. My family have disappeared, and I am searching for them. Oh, well, then you will not find them here, nor have I seen or heard of them. Might I inquire to your identity? I am Charles, the son of Lord Dennison and husband of Isabel. Heir to this mansion, one day for what it's worth. I met your wife earlier, sir. I'm so sorry to hear of your lost children. Yes, awful business, awful. Poor Izzy has never come close to recovering, as you probably realized when you spoke to her. How did your children die? Terrible accidents, both of them. What can you tell me of the staff here? We don't have enough servants, really, but you must take what you can get these days. The servants we have are unremarkable, but seem loyal. Did you have more servants in years gone by? Indeed we did, but it's difficult to keep good staff these days. We are so far away from everything, you see, but there is safety in distance. I understand you enjoy fishing. Yes, indeed I do. It helps me relax no end. I'm afraid I do have a rather short fuse sometimes. You don't say. It's fortunate you have your own lake to fish in. It's one of the best things about this mansion. I thought living here would bring me peace, but it seems to have caused me ceaseless unease instead. What about this mansion makes you uneasy? Honestly, I could not say. It began even before my sons Jonathan and Arthur died, leaving me without an heir. What happened to your sons? I do not wish to talk about it. The memories are too painful. I will be on my way, good sir. A 2-part dresser with a mirror. Since losing her children would hazard a guess, my eye is going to explode. Since losing her children, I would hazard a guess that Isabel sees sad eyes looking back at her every time she looks at this. A Dalmatian looking pleading with the viewer, the sort of painting adored by many dog lovers. The plaque reads, Portrait of Vashti, the best dog anyone ever had. Nice comforting bed, made with rosewood, very stylish. Rug. This is a beautiful woven Afghan rug. It must have been tremendously expensive. The fine weave in this feels amazing. Such artisanship is most impressive. Console table. A console table with a smooth finish. There's a box of matches in a velvet-lined drawer. I could come in useful. I'll take it. What do you think you're doing in here, sir? I mean you no harm. I'm trying to find my missing family. I was given permission to enter the house by Lady Charlotte. The house, perhaps, but not my private chamber, surely. I am truly sorry to disturb you, but I believe my family are in danger. If I could only ask you a few questions. This is madness. Charlotte's gone too far. Ask then and be gone. Who are you? Who are you? I am the children's nurse and educator. My name is Penelope. Where are the children? The children are... She just stares into space. There's no sign that any children have been here for some years. They're dead. If the children are gone, why are you still here? No, the children will be back. Nothing bad happened to the children. The horror did not come. It did not happen. Just come and this woman is poorly deluded. When did the children go missing? It has been weeks since I saw the children, or months, maybe years, but they will come back. My heart knows this. They will return, and they will be whole unharmed. I wonder what just happened to the place. What can you tell me about the family that owns this mansion? Lord and Lady Dennison are very kind. Very kind. Lady Charlotte I don't know very well. I find her rather intimidating. Can you tell me anything about the other servants? Giles is usually half rats. Gary's... What does that mean? Gary's nice but a bit slow in the head. Francesca and Molly are okay, but neither are are Chuckaboo exactly. What the fuck? She is shockingly forthright in her views. Chuckaboo? Do you have a best friend, a Chuckaboo? To be truthful, I always preferred spending time with the children than adults. Their minds are so much purer. How I wish the children were still here, but nothing bad has happened to them. Nothing bad. This very capable woman completely goes to pieces when the children are mentioned. Do you know of anyone missing from the household recently? So many people have gone missing over the years, but Paul the footman is the latest. There have been a lot of people going missing? Oh yes, so many. Wouldn't surprise me if the local butcher's bags of mystery didn't contain human flesh now and then. She seems remarkably unperturbed about the possibility of dead people ending up in the sausages people eat. My own wife and children have gone missing. Have you seen them? Poor little mites. Nothing will happen to the children, though. I'm sure no harm came to the children. They will return someday. Clearly, any mention of children causes her to become hysterical. This line of questioning won't help me. Bye. The tranquil scene of a lily flower in a lake looks oriental. Guest double bed, but now only used by one person by the looks of it. Or merely hanging clothes on, or perhaps she makes her own clothes. A swivel vanity mirror. I should investigate the mirror while the lady is in the room. A royal blue velvet chase lounge. Set awkwardly in the corner of the room as if they brought it here without checking first if it had room for it. It clearly fits, look at it. Well, alright then, goodbye. Oh gosh, I can hear heavy snoring. It sounds like Giles. Guess the whiskey combined with the late hour knocked him out. I'll leave him be. A large, pointless vase sits in the corridor. The paint has faded off in different spots due to the passage of time. Oh my god, my body is rebelling. Who was dying of watching me? How are you enjoying your poetry book? It's so good. I adore Wordsworth. Are you feeling calmer now? Yes, thank you, poetry. Like a gentle caress to my soul. I told you earlier about my own family having gone missing. Have you seen them? Sadly not. I would dearly love to help you find them. I can't bear the thought of you losing your children as I lost mine. Can you tell me anything about the servants here? I have a soft spot for Franny. I have a soft spot for Franny! Excuse me. I found her in the streets of London when I was visiting one day, and it broke my heart to see her, so I brought her back, poor mite. What about the rest of the servants? Oh, they're okay. I don't trust Giles much, but he's fine when he's sober. Molly's a dear girl, and Gary is a kind soul, yet stupid as fuck. Have you lived here long? Since I married Charles 8 years ago, when I was expecting the first of my children. You had children? We had 2 boys, but both died. That's why I'm such a wreck. I'm sorry. I really don't wish to talk about it. Goodbye for now. Goodbye for now. Why are you sleeping here, child? I sleep wherever I can find a space not being used, your lordship. Hopefully by the embers of the fire to keep out a chill a little. I can't stop yawning, help! Poor thing, I know servants often don't have much of a life, but this sounds worse than usual. Do you know anything of your own family, your parents? As you can see, your lordship, I am a half-caste. I am led to believe my father was an English nobleman and my mother was an African slave woman. Damn. I don't know anything beyond this. Alright, bye. Bouquet. Securely locked. The lock is for a very small key, much smaller than the head of the screwdriver. Oh. Can't file that. I don't want it. There's nothing behind it. Blue chair. That will accomplish nothing. Gain access to the study. I'm not supposed to be here. It appears that then in a rush to answer his wife shouting, Lord Dennison forgot to lock the study behind him. I should be quick. I doubt he'll be happy to find me here. Books about legal matters and geography. A locked filing cabinet, probably containing land registry details and other certifications. I can't open it, not that I have any reason to try. Won't do me any good. A branched bronze candelabra, recently polished by the looks of it. Only one drawer is unlocked, containing some blueprints and documents. One of them is for the original title deed for the property of the Dennison family. It's dated 1311, back when Edward II was on throne. A settee, even a couch. A horrible green color again. This looks like it has barely seen any use. I get the impression that Lord Dennison prefers solitude. Books, quill, and a magnum. An old-fashioned quill. Either his lordship is resistant to using modern pens, or it's hard to get a hold of them out here so far away from civilization. I have no use for the quill, but the magnifying glass could definitely come in useful. I will return it later. A small handheld telescope, presumably for surveying his lordship's vast properties. Parchment. Lord Dennison is writing a letter to the chief constable in the nearest city. Books detailing land ownership from the Doomsday Book up to the 14th century Doomsday Book. I have no reason to read these books in detail. Complete history of the title deeds granted Britain 1599. Can't open it. Screwdriver? I'm not sure what this will accomplish. It's opening the fucking drawer. Not that I have any reason to try. Well, I've been trying, so fuck you. Not that versatile. Alright, well, I got a magnifying glass, which I don't recall what to... Oh, I do recall what to use it for. Let's go up. There's no one here. I'd better use this opportunity to investigate the room when I have the chance. I can make out 8 letters. Ooh, I gotta write this down, guys. F M L T R L T M. There's also a drawing of a left hand facing down. Do the letters correspond to digits? Oh. I'm gonna draw a little fingy hand here. Okay. I know what it's for. It's a drop, well dresser, foot locker. I know I shouldn't, but I can't help myself. I'm gonna see what's inside. Full British Army uniform. The collar has both a star and a crown indicating a colonel. There is also an Enfield rifled musket. We've seen plenty of action. There are some medals here, including the Crimea medal. Whoever this chest belonged to was definitely a highly decorated officer. The final piece of a puzzle, a communique to the widow of Colonel Arthur Fitzpatrick, hero of the Crimean War. He died in 1857 during the Indian Rebellion. Lady Charlotte must be the widow of Arthur Dennison. Her heart must have been well and truly broken. Alright, I think I've learned everything I can. I should probably leave now. Bouquet. Okay. First, middle. All right. Last. I don't actually know. Hang on. Wait. There was something about earlier. I don't remember where I was at. Goodbye. I can hear Lord Dennison talking reassuringly to his wife. He speaks in a gentle yet firm authority. Every so often he tells her that he wants to return to his study, but she becomes hysterical at the moment of him leaving. Because she crazy, dog. You were once married to a Colonel Arthur Fitzpatrick? Ah, the life of an army wife. Married to a young, dashing, young officer dashing. Widowed to a young hero of dashing of the realm. I barely dashing knew he was because he was always dashing away fighting for his dashing country. I did some paraphrasing there. Yeah, oh, come on, book. Come on, notebook. How long ago was that? Oh, I don't know. The years flow by like an unbridled river. My memory fails me at times. It was long ago, anyway. I'll take my leave. If they're digits on a hand, I just don't know. The problem is, I don't recall what someone was talking about fingy digits earlier. I just don't remember which ones meant what. Box of matches. Something to attach the wheel. The spanner? Nothing useful will come of that. Can't use that. Can't unscrew that. Oh, hang on. Purple plant, blue plant. I don't want to strike a match against that. Shape of a handle and a keyhole. Can't file that. Not that versatile. Can't file that. Spanner. Just trying stuff now. Not going to go around randomly trying to set things on fire. Well, why not? Doesn't work. Okay. Well, I had to figure out the this. First middle finger. So wait, there's 5 different letters, right? There's F, L, it's 2, T, it's 3, R, 4, and M. Okay, so yeah, there are 5 different letters here. So first, middle, M is middle, R is ring finger. Okay. Okay, so if I'm looking at it, I don't know if it's like this or if it's like this, but I'll try both ways. So R has to be ring finger. M is middle finger. I'm sure. So it means we need F, L, and T. F, L, T. T for thumb? Yeah, it has to be thumb. So L is last finger, and F is main finger? I don't know. So let's do it like this first. So we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That did it! I fucking did it! I'm a god. There is a book about runes in this drawer. I'm not sure why, but I'm convinced it must be important. I'm going to borrow it. Oh, fuck. There's a painting. Anglo-Saxon runes and their modern-day equivalent. Some are highlighted. Fug. Okay, we have to write this down. Yeah, let's, so we're gonna have a M shape is E. We have weird-looking N is an H. We have a weird little T thing. That's N. We have a weirder looking M. Which is M, actually M. My pen is running out of ink. We have R shape is R. We have a weird C shape, which is P. I'm writing this all down, guys. We have a Y with an extra limb, which is X. Then we have a weird wavy flag shape, which is O, apparently. Okay. It's all in the runes. Find the Book of Runes. Alright, all I know where runes are. They're gonna be outside. Runes are not simply carved into the stone. What? Each one is separated, embossed. Wait, I didn't take note of which were highlighted. Oh, Book of Runes. Oh, I have the goddamn Book of Runes. Press R to read. So, okay, the ones that are highlighted, let me grab a highlighter, are this one, this one, this one, this one. Also, getting shit all over my highlighter. Those are the 4 highlighted ones, okay. At least travel is super fucking fast here. Runes on the pillar are the same as the ones in the books. I shall have a closer look. This one. This one. This one. This one. That must have been the wrong combination of runes. No, it's not. EPNO. Open. Oh! It spells the words. O. P. E. N. A secret compartment has opened, revealing an iron key. I'm taking the opportunity to return the book where I found it. I don't want to carry it around needlessly. An iron key, huh? Here? The key fits into the lock. I found in a hollow, and a secret door opens. The cave inside is very dark. I'll need a lamp and a means to light it. Well, I know where to find a lamp. At least I think I do. Hang on, let's see. Lamp, 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 lamp. I saw a lamp earlier. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Oil lamp. I will need an oil lamp to enter the cave. Francesca showed me. I better take it. It's unlit. Thanks for the lamp, people. Whoops, whoops, whoops. With the lamp and the means to light it, I may now enter the cave. As soon as the door opens, I am assailed by a foul stench, such I has never assaulted my nose before. However, I do recognize that smell. It's the smell of death. Ew, what's that moving there? Am I hallucinating? Coming out of a daze, I just stand inside the doorway to the secret cave with shaking hands. I light the oil lamp. I look around me in horror. What I see is every bit as unsettling as the vision I had just had, but this time it is undeniably terrifying and real. I must get away. Get inside the cave. 2 men and a woman all have evidence of whip marks and strangulation. One has large punctures as if stabbed all over, bones. I believe some of these bodies have been here for a long time, although scraps of flesh indicate that perhaps scavengers are more to blame for than the decay. Using my lamps to peer further into the cave, I can see more dead bodies, a couple of dozens or more. Goodness knows what disease can harbor here, quite apart from the improperly touching decayed corpse. Spooky. I'm not going no further into the cave. This place sends shivers down my spine, and I need to ensure my family doesn't end up here. It's fucking crazy music. I'm not about to pick apart any bones, although, wait, I think I can see something clearly glinting amongst them. It's a locket. I wonder who it belonged to. There's a picture of a girl, and I've taken it. Nothing else amongst the bones. New dead people. Okay. Locket. A locket with a picture of a girl in it. Interesting. Well, they've been killing people, basically. That's not very nice of them. Purple plant, blue plant. Now, how do I get this shit out the lake? Need something to attach the hose to the wheel. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, spanner, steel wire. After bashing a little of the mortar, I am able to pull out the wire easily. Fuck yes. Okay, probably this. I forgot about that steel wire. I can now attach something to the wheel with the wire. Yes. Attach the end of the hose to the wheel and breathe through the other end. That is, if I had a good reason to dive in, which is right now I don't. I don't have... What do you mean? I do have a reason to fucking... What are you talking about? I have attached the hose to the wheel axle with a piece of wire. I could use it as a simple breathing apparatus if I wanted to explore the lake bed. I do want to explore the fucking lake bed. Are you fucking kidding me? Even though I put together a crude breed... Fucking... Are you stupid? He sees a fucking glinty glint there. Brew. I don't have a good enough reason. I just found a bunch of dead fucking bodies. That's not a good enough reason? Well, alright then, I guess. Well, what am I missing then? What a dreadful night to have a curse. Time to practice my skills, y'all. You said something about secrets. This house harbors... Oh, goodbye, Millie. You've fallen down to your death. This house harbors a hidden chapel, which I believe contains a special Bible, priceless heirloom of my family. Do you want me to go try and find the heirloom? I would be most grateful. There is a lever inside the vase. At the end of the second floor, if you pull it, a hidden panel will slide back, opening up a crawlway, which leads into the chapel. I am certain the Bible is in there somewhere. Presumably you have looked in the chapel. Why are you so certain the heirloom is in the chapel? My father told me, but he died before he revealed me the secret of how to find it. I'm sure no one else knows about this chapel, so it must still be in there. Do you have any ideas about how to find the heirloom? I do remember hearing the recite Revelation 6:1-8 on several occasions, something about horsemen and disasters, which I couldn't understand. Maybe that has something to do with it. I say, you're a lot smarter than you lead people to believe, I think. I put it down to my simple diet, vegetables and water only. That's all? God damn. Like Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in ancient Babylon, people are less guarded around simple folk, so I can pay to appear more foolish in their eyes. I suppose so. I wonder if Giles is awake now. I can't hear any of the snoring. The fuck? Are these devs? Is it that time already? I say, please don't tell his lordship that I was half rats again. Don't worry, my good man. Your secret is safe with me. I am much obliged to you. Think nothing of it. Apparently, this is the painting of a famous Russian author, Dmitris whatever. His most celebrated work is Felony and the Retribution. Two-seated Rococo sofa. I can't tell if it's authentic or one of John Henry Belter's designs from America. A large painted cabinet for storing clothes and other essentials. In Giles' case, probably some alcohol, if he has any to spare. No doubt Giles uses this rather large mirror to make sure his appearance is suitable for his job as butler, and that he looks relatively sober. I look anxious, which is not exactly surprising under the circumstances. I shall return later. Luxurious bed, subtle movements in the trees. That makes me think these are devs, actually. There's a lever almost at the bottom of the base. I'm going to pull it so your hatch opens in the eastern wall. This is curious. It looks to me like this was once a priest hole, but it's been expanded quite a bit. Catholics were persecuted during the reign of Queen Elizabeth I. So great homes and mansions owned by Catholics often had these hiding places for when their places were searched. I don't recall ever seeing one converted like this. The room itself is a conflict of styles, too. With Spartan furnishings. Spartan. More akin to Puritan ideals. But the statue in stained glass window are more extravagant given the location. There is a thick layer of dust on everything. I doubt it has been used for many years. Maybe over a century. This is a King James Bible, not very old and in plain sight. This can't be what Gary was looking for. The pulpit. There's something that looks slightly wrong about the back. The wood grain runs different to the rest of the pulpit. The mortar has crumbled in a couple of places. This place clearly hasn't been very cared for over the years. I wonder how many people know of its existence. Stop yawning! The inscription says that this is Jesus in the form of Michael the Archangel. Pew. There is just a single pew at the back of the chapel. This is supposed to have 7 candles, but there's only one in place. The design reminds me of a spider. Let's see. Gary's verses were Revelation 6, 1 through 8. Revelation 6:2, and I saw and behold a white horse, and he that sat on him had a bow, and a crown was given unto him, and he went forth conquering and to conquer. 6:4, and there went another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take place from the earth, and that they should kill one another. Great sword, excuse me. And when he had opened the 3rd seal, I heard the 3rd beast say, Come and see. And I beheld, and lo, a black horse, and he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand, and a pale horse, his name, that sat on him was Death, and power was given unto them over the 4th part of the earth, to kill with sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beasts of the earth. Yep. Image of an angel. The window has some sort of faint backlighting. It is not made visible from the outside. There are small cover caps in the corners. I prized them off to reveal 4 very tiny screw heads. Unfortunately, this screwdriver, although quite small, is still too large to fit these screws. Shit. Okay. Door's locked. Not about to jimmy the door open. Wait, what's this? A lock with a picture of a girl. Maybe I should show this to somebody. Shall return later. Well, somebody's gonna have to want to know. I better do my business now. Somebody wants to see this, probably. I will be on my way, good sir. Take my leave of you, madam. Oh, maybe I should show it to the girl that trusts me. Actually, better go now. Sure. Is the girl in the locket Maisie? Let me look. Yes, it is. This is Maisie. I dread to ask where you found it. I'm afraid I found it in a cave along with many bodies. I wish I could say I'm surprised, but it is as I have long feared. But I keep the locket. I give Francesca the locket. When I get out of this place, will you come with me and bear witness to what you know? I will, sir. Thank you so much for giving me closure about Maisie. Knowing she is dead is terrible, but suspecting without knowing is worse. Well, now what? Pans, murder. Murder? Telescope. Can't open it. The file. Can't unscrew it. So, he's stuck in there. I'm just clicking on everything, guys. I don't know where to use this fucking screwdriver. Small key. Okay, I've got to find where to use the screwdriver, I think. I think it's what I've got to do. Billiards table. I think the fish you gave me was off. I had the strangest vision since eating it, of a ghoulish-looking face the minute I was about to enter a cave. Goodness me, no, your lordship. It was fresh, only caught yesterday afternoon. Was anything else off? No, your lordship, it was leftovers, but only from dinner, which was very late last night. Has anyone else had strange turns after eating the fish from the lake? Possibly. There's often talk of seeing things that aren't there. I've never had it, nor Franny nor Gary that I know of. Does anyone eat the fish? Not me, your lordship. Can't stand the taste. Franny doesn't like it either, and Gary is allergic. So everyone who has eaten the fish has had hallucinations. I couldn't say for absolute certain, but it does seem that way. Okay, so does that give me... It's cold. Clearly whatever fire... Oh, he's not burning now. Okay. I can go into the lake. According to Molly, people who eat the fish from the lake may see things. I really need to see what's down there. Time to dive in. Glow. A wallet. This is a document wallet of some kind, possibly waterproof. I think it's been overlaid with gutta percha. It's lodged under a rock. The rock isn't too heavy. I've managed to dislodge it and retrieve the wallet from the underneath. A number of barrels have crashed down to the lake's surface. A shimmering glow emerges from the crack. It looks as if a substance from the barrel is interacting with the water and creating a bright luminescence. I'd rather keep my distance. It looks dangerous. This is something for authorities to deal with. Some crazy shit. The barrels are too heavy to move, and I am reluctant to touch the one that's glowing. Who knows what direct contact would do to me? There are documents in the wallet. They speak of an experimental chemical said to induce various psychotropic and hallucinogenic results in the vast number of test subjects. Well, those tested were convicts and were disposed of afterwards. The documents suggest that the plan was to expose the water sources of the primary cities of the American rebels with this substance, which with the aim of letting them destroy themselves before reclaiming it for Great Britain. Well, goddamn. Somehow this shipment has got sidetracked here, probably on the way to Liverpool docks. Clearly, whoever was behind this planned on creating havoc and panic across a whole country. I will report this to the authorities when I get home. Barrels. Okay. Waterproof wallet. Alright. I have evidence that something in the lake is contaminated. Nothing would surprise me. This place is cursed. You really think this place is cursed? Since I moved here, both of my children died. That is enough for me to view it as cursed. Yet there is something here of value. What do you mean, there is something here of value? Sir, I feel you have earned my trust. You have made me yawn. You both recovered my poetry book and trusted me with the information in these documents. I would like to enlist your help in finding the Book of Secrets. The Book of Secrets. What is that? My ancestor kept a diary, of his experiences in the New World, where he had what he described as a spiritual awakening. He called it the Book of Secrets. So what's the problem? I have never been able to open it. I do not trust anyone except maybe Franny, but she is always so busy. Please, sir, I beg you. I feel Lady Edith may know something about it, but she talks in riddles and frankly scares me. Why do you not just chop the chest open with an axe? I fear that by doing so, I may damage the precious book inside. What makes you think Lady Dennison knows how to open the chest containing your ancestor's book? She says strange things sometimes. Well, all the time, really, but sometimes she talks of a French pirate, and I wonder if she is talking about my ancestor. I could just be nonsense. How do I get into this secret room? There are two small buttons inside the drawer. in the dresser to the right of the mirror. Press the buttons 3 times in quick succession, and a trapdoor will open next to the left side of the bed. Goodbye for now. Well, fuck. I found evidence that this lake is dangerous subtly. Oh my goodness, really? That would explain so much strange behavior. The family have this strange persecution syndrome. They're always convinced that they have enemies everywhere. When I talk to the authorities, I must make sure that they agree to help Molly out of this place. I take my leave of you, child. Found something in the lake. That would explain many things. I am thankful that I do not eat the fish myself, although seeing the increasing madness through sane eyes without the power to take action was terrible in itself. I shall speak with you later. I forgot... Oh, in somebody's room. That's where I need to go. I proved that something poisoned the lake and the fish in it. Oh, good heavens, my dear fellow, have you such fanciful ideas? You did not even look at the documents properly. When you get to my age, young man, you will find that you can quickly discern between fact and fiction. That which document clearly is. Well, fine, Bick. Goodbye. What dresser drawer am I trying to get into? This one? 2-part dresser since losing her... Whoops. Balderdash! Just who are you to meddle in our business, young fool? I'm sorry, I do not wish to cause offense. Away with you before I give you a damn good thrashing. Damn, dude. There's a contaminant in the lake affecting people's minds! Really? How terrible. Oh, what is it? A moment of terrible clarity has come upon me. I must show you something. Come with me. I feel I must tell you this while my mind is clear. My sorrow so often overwhelms me, and if what you say about the water in the lake is true, my mind is muddled by that as well. I have always felt the children's disappearance may have been caused by Charles. I hid this bottle here in the children's bedroom, where nobody would ever find it. Here, take it. A bottle of arsenic? How dreadful! But how could you be so sure who used it? Charles was a strict man, but not cruel. So I am told. I did not work for them at that time, but after moving here he changed and got angry very quickly. The water being contaminated would perhaps explain this. He got so angry at little Jonathan and Arthur, they became scared of him. Then I found this bottle. Please try to stay calm, Penelope. Try to stay in control. You're right, sir. I must remain strong or I'll lose my mind. What would you have me do with this bottle? I thought perhaps it could be used as evidence. I don't really know. I will see what I can do. Shadows. Shadows of the branches outside look eerie. I could imagine a young child's mind turning them into boogeymen and spending the night in sleepless terror. A knitted doll. My Sophie has one and loves it to bits. Won't go anywhere without it. This one looks like it's barely been touched. Silhouettes of tree branches look rather ominous in the dark. A toy! William would love this as a toy. Black panthers are his favorite animals. Very elegant chest of drawers made with oak. Very solid, perhaps not completely child-proof, but then nothing is. I can't imagine there'd be anything useful. Painting. A painting of a popular music hall entertainer, Trepidanos, singer, juggler, and comedian all rolled into one. Pictured here in a typically flamboyant outfit. Brings back memories. My brother and I had bunk beds when we were little. Me too. A bottle of arsenic. One thing I liked about this game was it's very freaking streamlined. Especially for streaming. That makes it very easy to keep track of everything and do what you have to do. Now that the room is vacant, I'm free to explore. Swivel vanity mirror. There's some sheet music on the other side of the mirror. I bet it's what Isabel was looking for. I wonder why Penelope had it. Got the sheet music. Found evidence that the water in the lake is contaminated. Fascinating, but we do not drink water from the lake. But you do eat fish that have been ingested to contaminant. True, but in my case, the whiskey protects my gastric organs. Oh, really? I'm glad that you just know that. Sheet music. Well, I guess I gotta give the sheet music to somebody. I take my leave of you, madam. Who is the sheet music for? I don't fucking remember. I better go now. Speak with you later. You? I found the sheet music you were looking for. I can play the piano a little. Would you like to accompany me on the harp? Thank you. I'll let you know when I feel ready to play again soon. That's it? Now is not the time to play music. Well, now I'm kind of at a loss. Arsenic. Arsenic is not something to mess around with. Ah! Too spooky. The bed, the door won't any further. Nothing useful will come of that. Chester, nothing else in the drawers. There was a drawer somewhere I need to open. But I don't recall where it was. What is the reason for this? To look into the drawer. Shit, I don't remember what she said where this was supposed to be. I shall return later. Statue, pulpit. I can't remove the back panel with my bare hands. I need to remove the screws. But I don't have a good screw. Using the nail file as a makeshift screwdriver. Oh, I remove the false panel and reveal a most unusual safe. Inside of a dial which could be turned there at 8 icons. 4 horses of different colors. 4 disparate items that can be pushed down. What the fuck? Oh, fuck. What the fuck? Wasn't the right order. The clues must be in Gary's verses. I saw and behold a white horse. Okay, so I guess it has to be just done in the order of the verses. Let's see. White horse. And there he sat on him. He had a bow, and a crown was given to him. I'm gonna put bow and crown. I think there wasn't a bow on the switches. On the buttons, I mean. And there went another horse. That was red. Red horse. And power was given him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another And there was given unto him a great sword. And when he opened the third seal, I heard the third beast say, Come and see. And I beheld, and lo, a black horse. And he sat there and had a pair of balances. Balances, so you mean like a scale? A scale in parentheses. And a pale horse. A pale horse. Writing down clues. And power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth, and to kill with the sword, and with hunger, and with death. And the beasts... death? I don't know. Alright, let's see. Death? Okay. White horse. Bow, crown. Red horse. Sword. Black horse. Balances, which is a scale. Pale horse. Safe opens, and inside is something I never thought I'd see in my lifetime: a complete Gutenberg Bible. These are immensely rare and must be worth a fortune. This has to be the heirloom Gary was talking about. I will take it to him. Find Gary's heirloom. Gary! Hello, Gary. Here it is. I have found your heirloom. I can't believe it. You actually did. Thank you so much. This will set me up for life if I can find a buyer. As a token of thanks, please take this key. Glad I got this key you just gave me. What is it for? It is the key to the third bedroom next to Charlotte's room. I like to keep clear of the grand lords and ladies of the house. Whatever they may say, they don't like me at all. What could I want with this key? There's a secret room underneath it. I've been in it once, when I was a young child. I can't even remember who took me there, but I'll never forget what was in there. So what was in it? Amazing treasures from the Caribbean. Pirate treasures, I think. An oyster with a real pearl, bones made into a necklace, and most amazingly a skull made of crystal. How do I get into this secret room, then? Alas, that I cannot tell you. I never knew the secret. There may be someone in the mansion who knows, or perhaps we'll have to work it out for yourself. Great treasures await if you do. I have no need for any treasure, but this key should come in handy. I must search every room in this mansion. I have found evidence that something in the lake is affecting people's minds. I think it gets into the fish, so anyone eating them gets affected. Ha! Who would have thought that my fish allergy actually could come in handy? Look, I'm planning on getting out of here anyway. I will try to join you after you find your folks, your family, or whatever. Key doesn't fit. Speak with you later. I don't have much time left, guys. I'm fucking speed running now. Key doesn't fit. Small key, but not that key that I have, huh? Goodbye for now, Isabel. Wait, what is this key for? A key for this? Key unlocks nothing here. Okay. We fucking going fast as fuck, boy. Someone was watching me. Nothing else in the drawers. Okay. I shall return later. I will be on my way, good sir. I hear commotion nearby. Standing outside the third bedroom is Edith, gesticulating frantically with Charles, Charlotte, and Alfred, trying in vain to calm her down. Come downstairs, mother. I will play some music to calm you down. No, no, I won't go anywhere. Leave me alone. Unhand me. It's no good. We can't move her in this state. I need to get into that bedroom. Maybe I can find something that will calm Edith down and they will move on. Charlotte's words indicate music may soothe her. The fine weave. What shall soothe her crazy ass? I better go about my business. What shall soothe her? Oh, the music box. I'm afraid the music won't play if there's no handle to crank. If it's quite well and I'm able to play the music, I will take this to Lady Dennison. Deeds calm her. I give the music box to Lady Dennison, and it does indeed calm her down, although the family doesn't appear terribly grateful, and Charles gives me a very odd look. They all retire back to their respective bedrooms. It's locked. Key fits. I've unlocked the door. What are you doing here, fellow? Away with you, lurking outside locked doors. Your behavior is most suspicious. Pardon me, sir. I didn't mean to upset you. Sir, do you recognize this? Oh, he said something and I didn't read it. What is this nonsense? A bottle of arsenic. Do you recognize it? No, I mean, why should I? Still, it's not sort of the thing you should be carrying around. Far too dangerous. Let me take that from you and dispose of it. Charles returns to his bedroom having taken the bottle of poison. Simple oak bedside cabinet. Simple vase with long dead plant still residue. Painting of an apple. Reminds me of the style of Sarah Miriam Pale, an American artist I saw at a gallery once. She's an inspiration to my Stephanie. A painting of a campfire in the wilderness shining dully called the final blaze. Motherfucker. It's locked. What's the reason for this? Fucking unlock it. That's the reason, dumbass. I open the drawer to the right of the mirror and find two small buttons inside. After I press them both 3 times as Isabel described, a section of the floor slides back at the corner to reveal a trapdoor leading down into another room. I've already found the secret room box. Small box for jewels. Box contains small trinkets and makeups. Nothing useful to me. It's quite austere chair-looking chair. This room doesn't seem to fit furnishing something. Bullshit. Whoa, what's that fucking paintings? Look at this. As I enter the room, I look around in amazement. It is full of all sorts of treasures and curios from the New World. These artifacts would not look out of place in an exhibition in a South Kensington museum. Authentic Caribbean grog. Produce of Scuffle Island. It's tempting as I'm rather partial to rum, but it isn't mine to take. This must be the chest which contains the Book of Secrets. It has a strange locking mechanism which I've never seen before. A peculiar locking mechanism with letters that must be rearranged into a word. Unfortunately, I have absolutely no idea what the word might be. Whatever the word is, it's 17 characters long, precluding guesswork. These bones are too big to be human. What a monstrous visage, of some horrible significance in black magic, I imagine. An open oyster complete with its pearl. An amazing product of nature. I pick up the oyster to admire it and the pearl more closely, then put it back carefully. It is after all Isabel's heirlooms from a century ago. Crates. Some boxes that are quite sealed tight. From the odor, I think they contain exotic species. Crystal skull. A skull that appears to be made from some sort of crystal. What purpose does it serve for natives who made it, I wonder? Decision time! I remember reading the Mexican government had issued a plea for any artifacts taken from its territory to be returned. Should I do something about this when I get out of here? Do nothing. It's Isabel's legal inheritance. Inform the Mexican embassy in London about the Crystal Skull. Inform the French embassy in London about the Crystal Skull. Inform both the Mexican and French embassies in London about the Crystal... I don't fucking know. Your decision has been recorded. This gives me different endings, doesn't it? Sealed box. This is a small label detailing the contents as tobacco from Hispaniola in Trinidad. Can't open it. Painting of a boy in vibrant hues of scarlet. I need to find... the solution. It appears Charles has locked the door to his bedroom. I hear him pacing about. Better not disturb him any further. Oof. Getting hungry, guys. I unfortunately am getting hungry. And I'm going to have to take a short little... Not short. It's gonna have to go off out of my way to find the food that I'm looking for. Take my leave of you, madam. As I step into the room, Lady Edith addresses me. Not just anybody can converse with me. To unlock my speech, the French maid knows the key. Now please take my leave. The maid? To unlock my speech? What the fuck kind of person says that? I better go now. Hello, Francesca. Lady Edith will not speak to me and said something about the maid knowing how to unlock her speech. I assume she meant you? Please, sir, keep away from that mumming. Nothing good can come from a conversation with her. Then you will not tell me what the key is? For your own sake, no, I shall not. I will have to ask you again about Lady Edith's key. After the good you have done to me, I will against my better judgment. It's some kind of strange defense mechanism she has. Unless someone says the correct rhyme, she simply won't speak to them at all. What is the rhyme I need to say to Lady Edith? Although I have come to you as a stranger, I wish to confirm I pose no danger. I will speak to you later. I have learned your verse, Lady Edith. Although I have come to you as a stranger, I wish to confirm that I pose no danger. I feel I can trust you since you know this verse. So please go ahead if you wish to converse. Whom do I have pleasure of making the acquaintance of? I am Alfred Dennison, lord of this mansion. The Dennisons have a proud heritage going back centuries. I can now talk to you. Have you lived here all your life? Indeed I have. Born and raised here, trained to handle the estate and all financial matters. It has been a good life. I'm very sorry I upset your wife. Is she okay? Thank you, my good man. She is fine now. She gets the jitters very easily, I'm afraid, especially when the moon is full in the sky. Her mother was the same. Would you say your staff are reliable? The few we have left are a decent enough lot for servants. One can expect them to understand the subtleties of life. They rarely let me down in any way that causes tangible loss. Have you noticed strange behavior by anyone in the house? My good fellow, there's nothing but strange behavior here. My dear wife is the only one officially labeled with a mental disease. She's far from the only one with addled senses. Could you elaborate on the strange behavior you've witnessed? I simply don't have the time. Have you seen any strangers around here tonight? A woman and a boy and a girl? Apart from yourself, I have seen no strangers this night. There is reason to believe the fish in the lake contain a dangerous substance that is affecting the minds of those who eat it. What poppycock! I've never heard of such an outrageous accusation. I'm not making things up. I am trying to help you. There is nothing wrong with the lake, water fellow. It has been perfectly fine for centuries. I have proof of what I am saying. Look at these documents. Bah, these are merely the ramblings of a malcontent. Nothing to take seriously. I will take my leave of you then, you stupid asshole. Home of the smaller items of clothing for his lordship and her ladyship. Huge fitted wardrobes are on the other side of the bed. I think this is Lady Dennison when she was a young woman. She is very beautiful. She was very beautiful. If this is a realistic likeness. A thunderstorm above a barren landscape. A somewhat interesting choice for a bedroom painting. Fireplace right in the bedroom. Very cozy. A hand-carved walnut tufted settee. A nice vase. Shame about the color. In our house, a vase like this would definitely have flowers in it, though. A small cabinet, but made of the finest mahogany. Very expensive, very beautiful. I have no intent of rummaging through their private belongings, even though I did it for everybody else. A serene-looking lake scene bed. We slept in a 4-poster bed in a posh hotel on our honeymoon. Our bed at home had rather more modest in comparison. I'm sorry that I startled you earlier, Lady Dennison. Don't worry, my dear. That is really okay. Far too easily startled I am today. She rhymes. Is there anything you could tell me about your female servants? 2 young maids we have, just like sisters they are. A nurse we have too, but her mind wanders far. Is there anything you can tell me about your male servants? The butler will probably drink till he's dead. Our footman has nothing but air in his head. How are you enjoying the music box? The tune makes me think of a land far away. A melody sweet to my soul it does play. What can you tell me about your husband? Lord Alfred is indeed the love of my life. Truly I am blessed that I became his wife. Do you get on okay with Charles and Isabel? Charles shows poor judgment when he fell for a French. But he did far worse when he married the wench. That's fucked up, bro. You didn't approve of Charles marrying a French woman? She's not of pure blood, so cannot be trusted. If only my son had not for her lusted. What do you mean about Isabel not being of pure blood? Though her appearance and charms are not shoddy, the blood of a pirate runs through her body. She has an ancestor who was a pirate. Under a rock, by a shimmering lagoon, the French pirate's code can be seen at full moon. A French pirate's code? When the full moon is high in the midnight sky, a rock by our lakeside will tell you no lie. The full moon is high, a rock by the lakeside will tell you. Okay, sounds like I should remember that. Have you seen a woman and 2 children lost in the woods in the mansion tonight? A wife and 2 children? Seen them I have not. Here in the wilds we don't see strangers a lot. Do you remember the accident that led to the fire in the stables? Angry shouting, lamps knocked over, oil went splash, the horses in the stables went up in a flash. Did you dislike the ostler for some reason? Jason held many views above his station. He thought not too highly of our great nation. Was there a police investigation? I rhymed with her accidentally. Away from most civilization we are. Detectives seldom want to venture so far. The lake contains some kind of substance that is affecting people's behavior. The waters of our lake are beautifully pure. If you lived here for years, you too would be sure, you idiot. Look, I have evidence here of what I am saying about the lake water. Though impressive words this document contains, I believe not your claims of battling our brains. Fine, bye. I shall get the fuck out of here and go find the thingy in the lake. This must be the rock Edith referred to in her riddle. Ow, my nose. A rock by the lake when the moon is high will tell I should inspect it. Pushing the rock slightly, a plate with a jumble of letters is revealed. The moonlight highlights specific letters. I can make out 2 names written as one. Marguerite Cristal. I shall commit them to memory. That's the code to get into the thing that I am looking to get into. I've already found the secret whatevers. Marguerite Cristal is 17 letters long. Could be his daughter's names, or a reference to the pearl and crystal skull, or possibly even both. I arrange the letters accordingly and the chest opens. I find a diary. Find Isabel's heirloom. Book of secrets inside the chest. I shall take it to Isabel. Where is Isabel? You are not Isabel. You are not Isabel. I don't remember most of these characters' names. There's too many to remember. Where's Isabel? You are not Isabel. Isabel is this girl. I managed to open the chest to get the diary you wanted. Oh, thank you so much. I don't know how I can ever repay you. I wish I could help you find your family. Samuel, wait a minute. I've made up my mind. I am so grateful for all you've done for me. I am ready to play the duet again. But this time, not to soothe my fragile nerves, but to rejoice. Will you accompany me? I hope it is not too difficult. I have to admit that I have not played the piano for some time. Fear not, it is a simple ditty. My skills are, as a harpist, are not immaculate. Here's the music for the piano section. Thank you. This is music. What was that? What was what? I heard a noise from the east. I think it sounded like a heavy stone object moving. I heard nothing, I'm afraid. The music has an extraordinary calming effect on me. I will investigate. Why on earth would there be any danger? Stay here, please. Quite remarkable. A secret door has appeared at the back of the pillars. Whether or not the music has activated the door's mechanism, I cannot tell. There's a ladder leading down. I shall explore. In the dim light, I had just about make out a ladder leading down. Even if my haste, I make sure to descend the ladder slowly. While my eyes are still adjusting to the low light level, I notice a thick smell of bleach amid the odor of mold. I wonder what they're having to clean to use as much of a cleaning chemical. A torch flickers, but my eyes still adjusting. I can see bars and chains. In one corner of the room, I can see what appears to be an Iron Maiden. And then I see my family. My darling wife and children are caged like zoo animals. After an emotional reunion, despite the bars that separate us, the children's faces begin to transition from terror to hope. And Steph, despite being in obvious pain, puts on a brave face. Oh, Sam, you have found us. I knew you wouldn't give up. I will only be happy when I get you out of here. What happened? We got lost, and a woman told us she would help us. She gave us something to eat and drink, which must have been drugged, because the next thing I knew, we were trapped. That must have been Charlotte. Whatever her name was, she had us duped. Then more people came. More people? Yes, there were... Oh no. What is it? They're up there. I see you've managed to find your family. You should have never come here. Now that you have, we can't allow you to leave. I don't know what you mean, but I can assure you you'll never mention... I can assure you we'll never mention you to anyone. We have seen the visions. I know in a world outside people are jealous of the Dennison heritage. Seek to take our home from us, make it their own. Only Annabelle isn't innocent. She lives in limbo in this mansion. I had just been swimming in the lake when I saw your wife and children. Straight away I knew they were agents of our enemies, spies. There is something in the water affecting your minds. You must believe me. I didn't want to believe you were a spy, but the more you protest, the more I am certain of it. We mean you no harm. We didn't even know you live here. Speak no more, for you have been judged, and upon this matter we will not be budged. The secret door is slammed. Daddy? Are you going to get us out of this horrible place, aren't you? Yes, Sophia, I'll get you out of here. If anyone can do it, our father can. I appreciate the vote of confidence, son. Let me take a look around and see what I can do here. Gain access to the basement. The whip is covered in blood and skin fragments, some of it fresh. Iron Maiden. I have heard all sorts of hideous stories about these devices, but there seems to be a lack of evidence as to them really being used as torture devices. However, there's blood in this one. Torch maybe they're mainly to terrify those trapped here even more, or just for the benefit one or more sadists who come down here. Law manacles. Helpless victims can be manacled to the law with these. Maybe I can make use of this whip. My darling wife is a prisoner in this dastardly cage. Don't have a key. Try to pick the lock with a nail file, but as I've never tried nail before, not surprised. Don't know why I thought that would be a good idea. Ladder back up to the ground floor as mentioned. I had no help right now as the door is locked tight. Decision time. Assuming we manage to get out of here, I might find myself wondering how much to tell my children. Tell them the whole truth. Wait until they're a bit older. Decision's been recorded. Wait. I throw myself at the cage door, resulting in a bruised shoulder, but I think the door is loosened just a little. After several attempts of busting the door open, it becomes clear that the only real damage done is to my shoulder. I notice that the hinges are a little rusty from the constant condensation. While not obviously weak, perhaps they are not quite strong as they once were. I throw myself at the cage door, resulting in a bruised shoulder, but I think the door is loosened just a little bit. Having bashed the door in early, I wrapped the whip around the bars and pulled the rusty hinges. Just enough for Steph to squeeze through. We do the same with the other door, pull together and release our trigger. Now, how can we get out of here? Try pushing some of the flat spikes. There is some movement, but I don't have the strength to move them with just my hands. Accomplish nothing. Using the adjustable spanner to tighten the grip each flat spike, I managed to force back each one. When the last one is pushed, the Iron Maiden slowly slides to the side, revealing a passageway. I must tell my family to follow me closely. With Steph and I holding their hands tightly, I tell them to close their eyes and hold their noses. I have a horrible feeling that I know where this passage leads to. Yep. As I suspect, the passage hidden by the Iron Maiden leads into the cave. William and Sophie keep their eyes shut tight as I instructed them to. Steph doesn't comment on what she sees. After all she had been through, this isn't much of a surprise. Finally, we get out of that terrible place into the fresh air and try to decide which direction to head in. Sound of snapping twig. Who's there? Oh, thank goodness you escaped. We didn't know where you'd gone, your lordship, and we decided to get out and as far away from here as possible. Contact the police and get them to search for you. Oh, it's you. What a relief. I thought your family had escaped. We're going to wreak revenge on us. I can't speak. Escaped? Yes, I caught sight of them coming out of the pool house. Not sure what they were doing in there, but I followed them. They all went into the dining room, and I locked the door on them. I see. Another key they didn't know you had, I presume. Yes, I have quite a collection. In fact, that I had scarpered. It was always my intention to leave the mansion at the earliest rational moment once I found my heirloom. Or, as it turned out, once you had found it. I assume you're as eager to get out of here as I am. If you come with me, I can lead you to the nearest town. It's quite a trek, but I have a map and a compass. Stick with me and you'll get there okay. We would be most obliged. Is Francesca not with you? Yes, we wouldn't leave without Franny. I am here, sir. Those of us unaffected by the madness joined forces to escape. I only wish we could have been more help to you and your family, but you seem to, well, disappear. We couldn't find you anywhere. It's a long story. Let us get away from this place. Avert your eyes, children. Gary, did we really have to come this way? Sorry, I should have mentioned that I intended to give Paul a proper burial, at the very least what he deserves. So here you all are. Isabel, did you come with us? May I ask what you're going to do with Colonel Fitzpatrick's Enfield? The rifle owned by Lady Charlotte's late husband. Good idea. We might need protection. Oh, my dear, sweet, innocent girl, you are too naive. I shall almost send you back to your maker. My dear woman, I know you are consumed with grief about your children, but grief? You think this is grief that I feel? No, it is anger. Intense anger and hate. Yet more French blood spilled at the hands of the English. Even worse, it was their own father. I should never have married him. You have known for years what the family was doing, but pretended to be so wrapped up in my grief that I had no idea what was going on. My scheme worked too. One after the other was killed. I was satisfied that the blood debt was being paid. Oh, goddamn. How could you? She's killing people! You should understand more than anyone how many French lives have been lost in wars to English. What is happening here is merely a different kind of war. I viewed myself more English than French. I was only 5 when my parents moved here. And after 5 more, they were dead. Ungrateful girl. Who was it that saved you from English? Saved you from a life on the streets. If you are more English than French, I mourn not your demise. No, don't shoot her! Win the game. The sound of musket rings out.
When Isabel fired the shot, Molly pushed Francesca away and took the bullet herself. Before anyone could react, Penelope appeared, took the spade we'd been about to use to dig Paul's grave, and swung it at Isabel's head.
Now we get more narration.
I suspect Penelope had decided that Isabel was to blame for what happened to the children, either directly or indirectly, but we never found out for sure. From that point onwards, Penelope refused to speak. Under the circumstances, she was not sent to prison, but rather to an asylum. I have heard these establishments are starting to become places of healing rather than torment. For Isabel's sake, I hope so.
Maybe.
Molly was severely injured, but eventually made a full recovery. Francesca never left her side. They were as inseparable as twin sisters. Gary disappeared almost as soon as we reached civilization, but reappeared shortly afterwards, a considerably wealthy man.
For that Bible.
To everyone's surprise, Gary and Francesca married shortly after Molly had recovered, with Molly as the maid of honor.
Oh, how sweet!
I was both astonished and honoured when Gary wrote to me asking me to be his best man. But he said that finding his heirloom had changed his entire life, so he could think of no better man for the job.
Well, cool.
When the police turned up at the mansion, Giles answered as if nothing had happened. After the authorities had no more questions for him, he simply vanished and was never heard of again. I suspect he made his way back to Scotland and found a job with a family there, or perhaps as a taster at a whiskey distillery.
Well, how fanciful to think that.
Despite everything, the Dennison family could still afford the best lawyers in the land, but even they couldn't stop the remainder of the family from being committed to a lunatic asylum. Although they had committed such atrocities, I felt some sympathy for them, as the corruption that had entered into them was not of their own making. Isabel, once her head injury from Penelope's attack had healed, joined them. As for the lake, it was said that military and government officials have been swarming around it ever since. I sincerely hope that this is to make the area completely safe, and not to obtain the substance in those barrels for some nefarious purpose.
Well, that's probably what it's going to be used for, considering it's the government we're talking about.
Despite the terror they endured, William and Sophie grew up to be fine young people, and our friends often commented that they were a credit to Steph and myself. All of us sometimes have bad dreams, but at least you can wake up from those.
True. Based on the decisions I made, my life was affected in different ways. Scientists at the Royal Botanical Gardens at Kew study the purple shrub I brought back from the lakeside and find trace elements of the substance from the lake. Extra precautions are taken by the officials at the lake. I informed both the Mexican and French embassies about the crystal skull found in the secret room of the mansion. Unfortunately, this sparks an international incident that creates friction between the two nations for many years. Oops. I tell my children the whole truth about their horrible ordeal, but I wait until they are a little older. They appreciate my candor, but also giving them the extra time to gain the maturity needed for to process this information. There are a total of 5 decision moments throughout the game. Have you come upon them all? I think. The corruption within. That is the corruption within, guys. Another short and honestly a little bit easier and more streamlined game, easier to deal with than all the other ones I've played, honestly. But yeah, so there we go. It's got really nice music, I'll tell you that much. And it was about 2 hours. I took a bathroom break in between, so probably about 2.5 hours it took me. Well, alright. Okay. I don't know if I really need to play it again to find all the special stuff. GG's indeed, Catsy. Thank you. Game Maker Studio. Ooh, thanks for playing. Awesome. Very simple game. Whee! And it's time for me to go eat. Alright guys, well, that'll do it for The Corruption Within. Another Spooky Month game down for 2025. I really like the soundtrack. If you guys have not already, please subscribe to the VOD channel. I'd really appreciate it. Like this video if you like this kind of games and you want to see me play more like it. Horror adventure games, point-and-click adventure, anything like that. Just let me know how you're feeling in the comments below. And as always, you guys stay safe out there. Go play some games, and we'll see you next time.